Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Trials and Tribulations. Previously, we began the fourth case, and it's really not looking like the end. I thought it would be, but no, we're having another flashback case with Mia Fey. In fact, this is her first case ever. And what a stunning case it is. We have Diego Armando at our side. And in trying to prove the innocence of one Terry Falls, we're now bringing to the stand one Melissa Foster? I'm pretty sure that's not her real name. Yeah, it's Dahlia Hawthorne. Everything about this case just reeks to high heaven, and, well, I'm pretty sure that the Dahlia here, she's the real murderer, because of course she is. She looks all sweet and innocent, but no, she's a devil. Come to think of it, maybe, this might be a stretch, but maybe those braids on the top of her head, they kind of look like twisted goat horns, like a devil. Maybe, I don't know, that's just what I think. So, yeah, I was able to read the YouTube comments of the previous video before I record this, and so, yes, I completely forgot, but Mia Fey did know Dahlia Hawthorne beforehand in case 1 of this game, and she was very, very angry at her indeed. So I'm really thinking then that Mia's going to fail here, and even though we'll know that Dahlia is the real killer, we won't be able to cinch it. We won't be able to get her put away, because of course we can't. Dahlia is free and out in the open and not in prison in the first case, of course. But it would explain why Mia hates her so much, and why she would target Diego Armando as some sort of revenge, maybe. Trying to silence everyone who has a little inkling of her real nature. Anyway, it's time to cross-examine her, so let's get going. My name is, Melissa Foster. I'm a college student, a freshman, in the literature department. Was she literature department last time? In the first case? I could have sworn she worked with the electronics, or no, you know what? It's been literally months since I recorded the first case. I forget a lot of details. Maybe I just won't talk about it anymore. You were on the scene when the unfortunate event occurred, correct? And you were the one who took this photo. Is that accurate? How can you be so mean? Now see here. What you are doing, shoving that in her face like that. Huh? But it's just a photograph. It's not like it's something dangerous. Next time, I'll be forced to penalize you. Oh man. It's kind of crazy how quickly she gets everyone wrapped around her finger. Uh-oh. I don't like the turn this has taken. Is she staring at me? And you would be? Huh? I'm the defense attorney. My name is Mia Fey. I see. So you are... Okay, I don't know how to read that. Was she saying, so you are, as in, you're someone I know about? Or was she saying, so you are, as in, yes, so you are, that is correct. Either way, that's interesting. Not sure what to think. Now then, young lady, could you please give us your testimony? Yes, Your Honor. I'll do my best. God, I hate her. The witness's photograph.
I was using my camera to take some pictures of wildflowers. Then I noticed there were two people standing up on the suspension bridge. Suddenly, they just started fighting. That's when I hurried and took the photo that shows the crucial moment.
They are clearly not in the middle of a fight during that photo. And furthermore, isn't it kind of weird to be taking photos of flowers in the evening while it's raining on some mountain? And besides, you work in the literature department. What interest do you have in flowers?
And right after that, I called the police.
By the way, where were you standing when the incident occurred? I believe the map would be of help here. Yes, please do show me.
I was standing right over here.
We got her. Oh my gosh. Look at this. The crime photo. Nope, wrong. Incorrect. Yeah, that shows Terry standing near the car. This is Terry approaching the victim, Valerie. Which means... Wait, then, if that's the case, then how would Dahlia sneak up and stab Valerie in the back? Oh no. Well, either way, this is really weird.
I was standing in a beautiful field surrounded by tall cliffs.
So you took the photo from that location, eh? He said it! He's Canadian, alright.
I brought the camera I was using at the time, just like Mr. Edgeworth asked me to.
Oh, ho, ho. What a cute camera, just like its owner. Professionalism, sir. A small but powerful model. Alright then, Miss Fey, time for your cross-examination. But I warn you, make the witness cry again and you'll feel the wrath of my gavel. Oh, great. I'm not sure if I can press things and get away with it then. Okay. Well, before we press anything then, let's go through this one by one and see if we have any evidence from our limited stock that can disprove anything she says. I was using my camera to take some pictures of wildflowers. While that is an absurd thing because of the previously specified time of day and weather, I don't think I can disprove that, so yeah, no, nothing there. Then I noticed there were two people standing up on the suspension bridge. Fair enough. Suddenly they just started fighting. Fair enough, no evidence to disprove that. That's when I hurried and took the photo that shows the crucial moment. That's when I hurried and took the photo that shows the crucial moment. How in the world is this crucial? They're just standing there. Nothing's happening. I think I could get away with showing the, presenting the photo on the sentence. I really think I could, but I kind of want to press it to just make her explain more and trap her in the lie, maybe. Yeah, nothing we can disprove there. This is it. That's the one. I'm gonna press this.
Why did you take a photo? Well, the two of them were really going at it. Ever since I was a little girl, I always wanted to be a news reporter. I guess that part of me just kind of took over.
Smells like a lie to me. Oh, no, I'm not Phoenix.
Smells like a lie to me.
Yes, I understand completely. Even now, I can't completely abandon my boyhood dreams. I still use my grandson to test my comedy routines on. Oh, that poor child.
So you wanted to be a comedian, huh? Not that it has any bearing on this. All I could do was use my camera. So I took the photo of the crucial moment and gave it to the police.
No. No, okay.
Do I want to press anything else?
No, I don't think I do. I just want to show her the photo. Let's do that. This one? Yeah. How is this crucial?
Objection!
Thank goodness.
Witness, when you said you took a photo of the crucial moment, is this what you meant? All I can see in this photo are two people facing each other. You testified that you saw the two of them starting to fight. Normally, that's the kind of thing we would refer to as a crucial moment. Why haven't you presented a photo like that? Well, you see... The photo we presented was the only one there was. But if you really wanted to capture the crucial moment, then what happened next? You must have taken a photo of it.
Oh. My apologies, young lady. But Miss Fey's assertion is not without a certain amount of merit.
He can certainly downplay a situation, can't he? I'm sorry. I'm a very bad girl. I used it all up. The film, I mean.
You ran out of film?
This photo was the last one. Isn't this a digital camera?
No, maybe it's not. I actually do think that's a film with a roll. Yeah, you see that round bit on the left side? That's where the roll of film goes. Yeah, that's definitely a film camera. Good thing I know what film cameras are like, because I had one of my own.
This photo was the last one. What?
Unfortunately, that is the truth. I personally examined all the photographs she took that day. All the other photos were of the witness herself playing among the wildflowers.
The witness herself? Then who took the photos?
Oh, that's a tripod attached.
Well, you see, the camera has a timer feature built into it. So, you took the photos of yourself.
Could the timer be part of this? Like if Dahlia had foreknowledge of the confrontation that would happen on the bridge, then it makes sense she would go there, set up the camera, and put it on a timer, and she'd make her own alias. Kind of, if she went to that bridge and meddled too. Because I do think she's the one who stuck a knife in her older sister or mother's back. I still don't know what Valerie's relation is to Dahlia, but... Man, how is Dahlia even giving a false name anyway? Surely you have to have, like, proof of identity for this sort of stuff, right? Like, she's old enough to have an ID or driver's license. I remember taking some photos of myself once too.
Please, no details.
It seems that Miss Fey's assertion was not so decisive after all.
Oh, wait just a minute.
Well, if she had no film left, she couldn't very well take more pictures, eh? Miss Foster, perhaps then you could tell us about a different sort of photo. Photos of the incident that you took with your very own eyes. It's not even clever.
Mr. Edgeworth, you're quite the poet. That's not even clever.
It's dumb. Very well then. Let's get back to the cross-examination. Let's hear your thoughts on the fight that you witnessed.
Yes, Mr. Judge. Boy, this guy is really a sucker for sweet talk. Ha! It looks like the other kid in the room's the one that's getting all the attention. Yeah, it's sickening. I was using my camera to take some pictures of wildflowers. And I noticed there were two people standing up on the suspension bridge.
Wait, this is the same testimony. Oh.
Oh, no, this is new, okay.
It began very similarly. Okay.
Then I noticed there were two people standing up on the suspension bridge. Suddenly, they just started fighting.
Oh no, this is like a changed testimony. It is halfway the same.
The victim turned around and tried to run away, but she only got about 10 yards before she was stabbed in the back.
No. She wouldn't have tried to run because there was a broken bridge behind her.
If Terry Falls isn't the criminal, then there must be something strange in that girl's testimony. Be careful, kidden. That girl has the judge wrapped right around her little finger.
That's what I said.
You're gonna have a tough time poking holes in that testimony of hers. You're gonna have to come up with something really good, Mia.
I got something good. Alright, let's press her more about why she ran away. Why Valerie ran away, rather. Okay.
The victim, why do you think she tried to run away?
With her police training, she certainly knew better than to turn her back on a criminal.
Objection!
This was a large, powerful man with a knife. If it had been a quaggy woman like you, I'm sure she would have acted differently. Quaggy? I never even heard that word before.
Quaggy? Why, you...
If it had been me, I probably would have jumped into the river.
There's still something wrong with this testimony.
Yes.
She only got about 10 yards before she was stabbed in the back.
Oh, the yards on the map. 5 yards. No, that's impossible. She couldn't have. Let's press this too.
So you're saying Sergeant Hawthorne wasn't able to get away from him? Well, it's a narrow bridge and it was swaying back and forth. If you ask me, both of them are in danger of falling off. I only wish I could have done something to help her.
That seems to make sense.
I wonder about that. Something seems kind of off. Ha! Does it now? You have a good sixth sense. When you feel that something's off, that's when you need to figure out why.
Alright. Let's see. Which one do I present info on, or present evidence on? Okay, she only got about 10 yards before she was stabbed in the back. Turned around and tried to run away, but... Okay, we can't disprove that she turned around and ran away. That can't be disproven. But we can disprove that it was impossible for her to travel 10 yards away on the map. So I think I'm predicting we'll show the map first to show that the bridge was broken and she couldn't have run away. And then, to prove it, we show the photo to show the orientation. Okay.
Objection!
There we go.
Witness, your testimony is a joke. Huh? What? But I just...
Miss Fey, I thought I warned you not to make the witness cry.
One short testimony and 2 bad contradictions. There's no possible excuse.
You say there were 2 contradictions?
It's simple. Just take a look at the diagram of the area. According to her testimony, the 2 of them were in the middle of the bridge. What if they were, and the victim had turned around and tried to run? Well then,
She would have hit a dead end.
you said 10 yards, but you couldn't have ran even 5. Because Dusky Bridge is collapsed on that side. Wow!
Well, what does this all mean?
It's very simple, Your Honor. This charming little witness told a charming little lie. That's all there is to it.
This beautiful young lady has been lying to the court?
Just a moment, Your Honor. Mr. Edgeworth. Your Honor, allow me to personally apologize for the confusion.
Oh, what do you mean?
There's one major mistake in this diagram. What did you say?
What are you referring to?
It's all because of this diagram was made after the incident occurred. It's a very old bridge. We couldn't find any official blueprints of it.
So you're saying...
I'm saying that even though this bridge is currently in disrepair, there's no evidence that can prove that the bridge was broken during the incident. That's ridiculous! You can't actually tell the condition of the bridge from this photo. I apologize to the court for not being more clear when I presented the evidence. That guy's good. Huh? What do you mean? He planned it right from the beginning. He's a genius, alright. The diagram of the bridge was his insurance policy. What? That coward.
Well, Miss Fey, it seems you've once again made a reckless accusation.
I'm sorry. I should have been more careful myself.
No. It wasn't your fault after all. At all.
Now then, shall we go on with the trial? I'd like to establish once and for all what it was that the witness actually saw.
Indeed. All right, young lady. I ask you to please proceed with your testimony.
But it's so hard to go on.
We're all on your side, Miss Foster.
There's no need to worry. Just tell us what you saw. Yes, sir. Well, there goes our ace in the hole. Okay, I'm out of ideas then. I guess we just gotta pick this apart. After he stabbed her in the back, he quickly picked her up in his arms. And he carried her over to the car. I suppose that was the only way he could make sure the body stayed hidden. He couldn't just leave the body on top of the bridge.
He could have just thrown her over, though.
Yeah, wasn't it said by someone that bodies that fall into the river are rarely found? Not that Falls would necessarily know that. But still, there was a far easier and less risky way to dispose of the body. Interesting. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm only supposed to talk about what I saw. That wasn't what you saw?
Witnessing such violence must have been difficult.
Yes, sir. I'm still shaken up. If you accept this testimony as it is, we're finished. Don't say that. Well, maybe I'll stop off at my favorite cafe on the way home.
Oh my gosh. Don't tell me it's Trebian. Don't tell me it's Trebian.
Make a really great mocha latte. This trial isn't over yet. That's what I like to hear.
All right, Miss Fey. Your cross-examination, if you please.
The contradiction is staring you right in the face, Mia. Go on the attack.
Right.
After he stabbed in the back, he quickly picked her up in his arms.
Let's give this a once-over before pressing anything.
He carried her over to the car. I suppose that was the only way he could make sure the body stayed hidden.
No, it was not. He could have just easily thrown her into the river. We can press this, but what evidence could we do to prove it isn't? You could have, we could show the river.
Couldn't just leave the body on top of the bridge.
Why couldn't he, though? I want to press this one.
You mean the defendant carried the body all by himself? Yes.
Considering the size of the defendant, I don't think it would be difficult.
Yes, but let's remember they were on a narrow bridge that was ready to collapse. Is it even possible for him to have carried a dead body on a bridge like that?
Objection! Well, the fact of the matter is that he did. That kind of talk is just silly.
Wow, why did he get so emotional all of a sudden?
I guess Edgeworth isn't good at hiding his weaknesses yet. I think he knows there's a hole here. He's panicking. Miss Fey, if you think there's some other possibility, please share it with the rest of us.
Yes, I do. He couldn't just leave the body on top of the bridge.
Let's press this as well.
Why do you say that?
It's already a broken down bridge hidden away in the mountains. Doing anything more to hide the corpse would be going overboard, wouldn't it?
Yes, but that mountain is famous among hikers. A surprising number of people go up there.
But it's February, right? It was raining that day, correct?
There is also a small temple and a channeling
What? What the fuck? What? There's a what there? Deep breaths. Stop panicking. What does it mean? What does it mean? Okay,
You know those monks? They just love cold, isolated places.
I think the witness is trying to say that the corpse could have been found at any time. Besides, the witness is merely reporting what she witnessed with her own eyes. Okay, before we show like the map on that statement two statements ago, I want to press her about this.
And you're absolutely certain there was my client who was carrying the body? Well, he was wearing a prisoner's uniform, but as for his face...
So you're saying you didn't get a clear look at his face?
Well, they were far away and it was raining as well. I thought I was only supposed to say exactly what I saw.
Excellent. You are a remarkably honest young woman. Alright.
Hey, kid, have you ever put salt in your coffee? No? Why would I? Why not? Huh? It may actually go better with a coffee than sugar, right? Listen, my point is if you're not sure, you might as well add a ton of salt to it. It might bring out the rust in something, like a piece of evidence. He's right, Mia. Go present something. You've got nothing to lose. By the way, I wouldn't put salt in my coffee. The two don't go well, after all.
What? Right. I suppose that was the only way you could make sure the body stayed hidden. Oh, no, I meant to press enter. Q is on the clear other side of the keyboard, Zephyr. Right. I'm gonna present the bridge map. Yeah, it says it's located 40 feet above the river. Yeah, no, I'm gonna show the river. Objection! There we go. A killer not wanting his victim to be found. I can understand that. However, the idea of moving the body for that purpose is clearly odd. There was a much easier way to make sure the body wasn't found. Oh, well, what is it? Take another look at the map of the area and you'll see how. There is a river right below the bridge. Earlier, Mr. Edgeworth pointed out something interesting about the river. Yes! Yes! For those who are not aware, Eagle River is well known for its powerful current. Most bodies that fall in it are never recovered. Oh. As in the kidnapping case 5 years ago, the victim's body was carried away and never found. Oh. If 10 murderers were to occur at that same spot above the Eagle River, you can bet your boots that every other killer would have tossed the body in the river. In the water. Order, order, order. I'm not sure if I care for the way you put that, Miss Fey. But I must admit it does seem odd not to have thrown the body into the river. Oh. Well, Mr. Edgeworth? How sad. Perhaps Miss Fey would do well to try taking a dip in the river herself. After all, you claim to be such an expert in the ways of nature. What are you talking about? My point is that no matter how odd you may find the killer's method of body disposal, the fact is that this is what the killer did. None of your arguments have anything to do with what the witness saw. Quite true. Miss Fey, it seems that your assertion is without merit after all. I'm detecting a pattern here. Objection! But what the witness claims to have seen is totally ridiculous. Objection! Surely you can't deny that the body was found in the trunk of the car. That's a good point. That's certainly consistent with what the witness... That's certainly consistent with what the witness has told us. Please, witness, go on with your testimony. I'll try. All you have to do is tell us only what you saw. Otherwise, the mean lady might yell at you again. Who is he talking about? All right, I'll do my best. Ooh, that music. It's kind of telling me this might be climactic here. After he stabbed her in the back, he quickly picked her up in his arms. And he carried her over to the car. The killer broke into the trunk of the stolen... How'd you know it's stolen, miss? How'd you know it's stolen? Broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body in there. You couldn't just leave the body on top of the bridge. Oh, okay, that's the only new thing. So there are 2 cars there, right? What did the man do then? Well, naturally, he got in the car and was about to flee. That's when I came to my senses. I said to myself,
You have to call the police.
And so that's when you called the police.
You're sure that you saw all that with your own eyes?
There's no way she could have. There was a big ridge blocking the view of the car from where she was standing. Oh, we got her. Yeah.
Yes, I'm 100% certain.
Are you now? Oh, wait. To which do I show the map again on? Like, do I show the map here? Like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm so supposed about what I saw. And here I show, no, this is not what you could have seen. Actually, yeah, the point of presenting evidence is to show a contradiction in the testimony. And this would show the contradiction. I want to show the map on this one, actually. If not, I can go back and show the map on the other thing. I have health to spare, so... Ah, damn it. Ah.
What's the problem? Pointer fingers are made for pointing.
Oh, whoops. Well, if we look at the photo of the trunk, it's clearly broken into. There's no denying that it's broken into. That's a broken lock, clear as day. But Dahlia can't prove, or Melissa, whatever, can't prove that she saw it, so... There we go. Alright.
Well, Miss Foster, looks like you've done it this time. Done what? Made a crucial mistake.
A crucial mistake? Like what, Miss Fey?
The killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body in there. You're saying you saw that, right? With your very own eyes? Yes, and... It's simple, Miss Foster. Take a look at the diagram. The place you claim to have taken the photo from that day is here. Do you see what I mean? Even if you tried to see the car, this outcropping of rock is directly in the way. Ah, that's right, Miss Foster. From where you were standing, you could not have possibly seen the killer's car.
I admit that the diagram shows a large outcropping of rock. However, it isn't so tall that it would stop her from seeing the car.
That's right. It's not high at all. I was able to see his car just fine.
I'm so sorry. That just doesn't wash.
I believe it was the witness who presented this as evidence to the court, yes? This is the location that the photo was taken from. Your own photo tells the whole story. You can clearly see the left side of the bridge, but the outcropping that is being referred to is really more like a cliff.
Oh.
Your view should have been completely cut off by this cliff, but still you claim to have been able to see the killer's car. No!
Order! Order in the court. What is the meaning of all this ballyhoo? Your Honor, don't jump to any hasty conclusions. The fact that the escapee fled in a stolen car was reported on the news. After witnessing a murder, I'm sure you can appreciate that the witness is very upset. She must have heard about the stolen car and convinced herself that she saw it.
but she was repeatedly warned before starting her testimony. She was told to testify only about what she saw with her own eyes.
Oh.
Mr. Judge?
What is it?
I think I must have remembered things wrong. Hey, wait a minute. You can't just say that.
Objection!
Miss Fey, no one on the face of the planet is perfect. Yes, indeed. Quite true. You know what they say. To err is human, to forgive divine. I'm inclined to give the benefit of the doubt to our witness here.
What? That's not fair.
It really isn't.
Ha! Save the tears for later, kidden. Mr. Armando, don't look back until the trial is over. Now is the time to go forward. But that wasn't fair. Okay, kidden, you need to relax. Then you need to remember the other kidden's testimony. The killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body in there. So tell me, how did she know that? How did she know that he broke into the trunk? Aha! Well, Miss Foster, Tully can explain how you knew that. You got after a lot of very suspicious people on this side of the courtroom.
Well, witness?
Well, I'm certain that he broke into the trunk because there were marks left on the trunk lid. I'm certain they were scratch marks when he broke into it.
What? Let me see that photo. It's true. These certainly look like scratch marks around the keyhole. It's obvious that this trunk has been broken open. Well, Miss Fey, are you satisfied?
Judge is on her side. I can't make any mistakes here. What you just said, is there a contradiction in there somewhere?
If the victim got in the car and drove away, if you could start up the car, he would have been able to pop the trunk. He would need the keys. He would need to break in. Wait, did popping trunk technology from inside the driver's seat position exist back when this game was made? I don't know. To be frank, I want to say that the photo of the body in the trunk was only presented as evidence before Melissa entered the courtroom. She shouldn't have any idea about this. That's what I want to say. It doesn't work.
Melissa Foster, it looks like you finally betrayed yourself. What? You said you were in a field taking photos of wildflowers. But even so, you knew about the scratches. The question is when? When did you get a chance to see those scratches? Finally. I finally got her. I'm getting pretty tired of waiting over here.
Then perhaps it would be faster if Miss Fey explained herself.
Your Honor, there's only one possible explanation. The reason the witness had seen the scratches was...
Oof. Okay, if she happened to be passing by, then it's too small a detail to just randomly noticed. If she is the owner of the car, then... No, it can't be, because they said that the stolen car was... Yeah, they talked about who owned the car. It was a couple, right? There were like two people who were robbed of the car. That's right, they talked about that last time. Therefore, The only one that makes sense is the juiciest. She put the corpse in herself.
There's only one way that the witness had the chance to see those scratches.
Yes? What is it?
Naturally, when she opened the trunk and stuffed the corpse in herself. The person who really hid the body in the trunk of that car was Melissa Foster. It was you that did it, wasn't it? That's ridiculous. I could never. It was the man in the prison garb. He's the one that... I don't think so, Miss Foster. If Mr. Falls had been the one that put the corpse in the trunk, he would have simply used the car key. There was no need to break it open. But he stole the car. He stole it from a young couple that had been waiting at a red light.
Yes, exactly.
Which means that the key would have been still in the ignition. Oh, I see. Thank you for telling us about the scratches, Miss Foster. Without that, we never would have uncovered the truth. That it couldn't have been Mr. Falls that put the body in the trunk. No!
Preposterous to even suggest that the witness put the body in there. If that were true, then how do you explain the photo that she took? The corpse could have only have been put in the trunk when the incident occurred. And we already know that at the time she was taking photographs. I already predicted it. I'm one step ahead of Edgeworth. They talked about the time delay.
Now is your chance, Mia. Finish this thing. On the contrary, I'm not so certain about that anymore, Mr. Edgeworth. There's no need to think too deeply about it. What I'm saying is the shutter for this may not have been pushed by Miss Foster herself.
Has a timer function.
Let's take another look at this camera and see what features it has, shall we? It has a timer built into it, even a mini tripod. Why, it's almost as if she had brought this camera just to take this picture. What are you trying to say then, Miss Fey? That when the crime occurred, Miss Foster wasn't in the field as she claimed? Well, if she really did use the camera's auto timer, then the answer is yes, she was somewhere else. Exactly. She was not in the field.
Would the defense please explain further?
Listen, this is a crucial point. Where was Miss Foster when the incident occurred? In answering that question, we'll also make clear Miss Foster's true identity.
She was in the other car. She was in the other car, wasn't she? She came to the mountain with Valerie, right? Well then, please answer this question. Where was Melissa Foster when the incident on the bridge occurred? Yeah, I want to say that she was inside the car. But that doesn't explain how she drove the knife into Valerie's back. Does it matter though? Does that matter right now? We just have to prove where she was. Oh, this is conflicting. I either want to say she was in the car, or she was on the other side of the bridge, which apparently was fixed and operational at the time, and just waited so she could sneak up on Valerie and stab her in the back, but then she'd have to pass by... No, not only would she have to pass by Falls, who was a massive man, but she'd also have to pick up her relative's body and drag her off the bridge. In the rain and the frailty of the bridge, that would be too much for someone as small as her, even if she is secretly like a demon, filled with hatred. But no, I think she waited in the car. I really do think she waited in the car.
Naturally, the witness was right here, I think.
In the spot where the defendant's car was.
Yes, she had to put the body in the trunk before the defendant returned.
Objection!
You don't mind if I ask one teeny-weeny question, do you, Miss Fey?
Uh-oh. He's got the condescending tone in his voice.
If she put the body in the trunk at that time, as you suggest, it must mean that Valerie Hawthorne was already dead at that point, correct? Indeed.
Please take a look at the top of Dusky Bridge.
It certainly looks to me like the victim is still alive. Am I mistaken?
Er...
If Valerie Hawthorne was already dead, then who was this?
Oh, shit.
This would not be the first time that this series has had a twin disguised as another twin. Or a sibling disguised as another sibling. Oof.
Mountain is famous for spirits, so maybe you think it was the ghost of the victim. Well, it could have been a spirit, right?
Miss Fey, don't waste the court's time with this kind of foolishness.
Oh, dang it!
I thought they were going to ask me to say, who is this in the photo? And I could show that it's Dahlia, or Melissa. Okay. Oh. I don't need that extra question to prove who it was. She's right here. She's right here.
Naturally, the witness was right here.
But that's where the victim, Miss Hawthorne, was standing. That was a great click moment. Oh, this is so good. Order. Miss Fey, what on earth?
Your Honor, if I may. After parting with the victim on the bridge, the defendant fled by car. But this would mean that there was no time to put the victim in the trunk. In other words, if someone put the body in the trunk, it could only have been before the defendant met the victim.
How asinine. Of course Mr. Falls met with the victim. The only person with the opportunity to put the victim in the trunk is the same man that killed her, Terry Falls.
Objection!
You still don't understand, do you, Mr. Edgeworth? By the time the witness's photo was taken, the victim was already dead. The person in the photo was not Valerie Hawthorne.
Objection!
What? I've never heard anything more ridiculous in my entire life. Then who exactly is the victim in this photo?
It's obvious, isn't it? It's your own witness.
What?
It's the only possible explanation. The woman that Mr. Falls met on the bridge that day was not Valerie Hawthorne. It was you, Melissa Foster. Me? Let's remember that it was raining and foggy on the mountain that day. Mr. Falls himself believed that the woman in front of him was Valerie Hawthorne.
Objection!
But the defendant knew Valerie Hawthorne very well. After all, she was the woman whose testimony helped get him convicted.
Objection!
But since then, my client has spent 5 hard years in the federal penitentiary.
Once upon a time, I knew how to pronounce that word.
He couldn't remember exactly what she looked like anymore.
You are just making this up as you go along. Where's your proof?
I've got it all right here. This piece of evidence will blow this case wide open. At the time of the incident, Mr. Falls had forgotten what Valerie Hawthorne looked like.
Is it the victim's note? Let's see.
Wear white scarf for identification! Oh, we got it! Mr. Falls had forgotten the victim's face. That's why he needed some piece of identification. Namely, this muddy scarf. It was Mr. Falls who requested that she wear this scarf to identify herself. That's already been proven by the note the victim left. In other words, as long as you are wearing a scarf like he asked, anyone could have pretended to be Valerie Hawthorne. Well, what do you have to say to that, Melissa Foster? No!
Oh. She collapsed. Good actor. Where's Miss Foster?
She's collecting herself in the lobby. It's obvious that Melissa Foster did it. She hid the body in the trunk and disguised herself as the victim.
But what is the motive?
Well, we could say the motive is talk to Dahlia, tell her this time the whole truth must come out.
But again, she's, in the eyes of the court, she's Melissa Foster right now and not Dahlia Hawthorne.
She set up the camera to snap a fake photo of them together. The only question is, why did she do it?
Yeah.
Well, isn't that obvious? She's the real culprit.
Ha! Well, we'll have to wait for Miss Foster to compose herself before we start again. Until then, this court is in recess. The defense and the prosecution are both to wait in their respective lobbies.
Yes, Your Honor.
Understood. Very well. This court is in recess. I call the monkey bars. Oh, wow. A one-off case with no, what? No detective phase, I want to say. But a one-off case with no detective phase, but a break between. Interesting. Okay, I thought this might end this video, but looks like there's more to this then. After all, we do have to establish motive. I want to say thanks. You're real good. You really hooked me up. Anyway, I think I might have to call it here. It's been over an hour now. But again, we did reach a very organic place to leave things off, I'd say. Man, this case is pretty good. It's very simple, very straightforward, very easy to understand. But it's its quality is not suffering for it. In fact, I think its quality enhances it. Sometimes simple stories can be very, very good, if done well. And this is done well, I think. It's a shame I think I know how this is going to all end. But dang if I don't want to see Dahlia go down for this. So, last time I did predict that this case was serving as a setup for the 5th and final case, which I believe exists right now. Dahlia said there was a channeler's temple on that mountain. Like, I'm pretty sure that's not anywhere near Karain Village, so that's bringing up channelers. Man, what if the final case is Phoenix finally bringing justice to Dahlia again for what happened here, how Mia wasn't able to solve her first ever case. She failed here, so Phoenix would pick up the trail. But I'm still confused why Phoenix is laying in like a hospital bed with an IV drip, because like I was joking that the Cadaverini family would catch up with him, but what the hell happened? What's wrong with Phoenix? I don't know. I guess we'll just have to see how all the dots connect. Next time, well, not even next time, was still in the middle of case 4 here, so all I know is I'm having a lot of fun, so I'm Zephyr the Jester. This has been Phoenix Wright, Trials and Tribulations. Thank you for watching, and hopefully I will catch you next time. So until then, please take care.